What do you make of these plans, Dale?
Well, I think they're great. For too long, we've allowed private interests, mostly foreign-owned, to benefit from the infrastructure being built in our North Sea, massive amounts of wind energy generation, and tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of pounds of profit leaving our economy every year. Excuse me. So to make these publicly owned is a very logical, sensible thing to do. They've gone further today with this announcement, saying that in partnership with the Crown Estates, they'll go through the development process and bring these projects to the planning stage, to the planning consent stage. And there's a lot of value created in doing that. So another great logical move from the government, I would say.
Right. I heard Carla Denia of the Green Party saying, look, okay, good as far as it goes, but she does not want to see new licenses issued for exploration for oil and gas. Government says you need transition before we really get to where they want to be when it comes to sustainable energy. Do you agree with Carla? Do you agree with the government?
Well, I don't understand why Carla said that getting to 100% green electricity was pointless if we don't also stop oil and gas in the North Sea, because the more green generation we build, the more fossil fuels we knock off the grid. That's how that works. Also, Labour stood on a very clear platform to issue no new oil licenses and gas licenses in the North Sea, and they're following through with that. As far as I understand it, everything I've read says they're doing that. So I don't understand why that's being raised. We are in a transition period. I think we all know that. The North Sea, anyway, is in decline. It's got 10% of its original capacity left only anyway. And Labour's plan to get to 100% green electricity by 2030 is the perfect thing to do to complete that transition.
Right. And I'll just lastly, we're so pressed for time again. Thanks for coming. I know you're always asked about your past support for Just Stop Oil demonstrations, but I just want to ask you, with this policy in place and these plans coming, is there now no case at all, no need for Just Stop Oil demos?
That's the way I see it, because oil has been stopped at the ballot box.
Okay, and the people have spoken, and those really stiff terms given to those anti-oil demonstrators, I know you weren't happy with those. What do you say now? Do you accept that some penal sanction is appropriate when it comes to really disruptive protests?
Oh, look, I understand that, if you break the law, something happens. But the Conservatives passed some very draconian legislation late in their term, just before they got kicked out of office. And it's resulted in peaceful people getting 5-year sentences. They could get less than that for GBH. And I think there's something quite wrong with that.